Greetings and welcome, everyone. A while back, my lady and I, with the help of Lightning Bliss, put together a video about relationships. And honestly, my lady was so overwhelmed by all the positive feedback that she's been writing responses to questions and comments ever since. So much so that I suggested we try to put together a new video where we expand upon the relationships project by answering a few questions more directly. At this point, though, she's still very shy about recording her voice for all to hear. But I wanted to show my sincere appreciation to everyone who left those encouraging comments, as it's actually helped her to step a bit more outside of her comfort zone and try something new. And I too have thoroughly enjoyed all the positive discussion from the first relationships video, and would love to see even more people reach out in an uplifting way and perhaps discover something new for themselves. So we've put together a sort of Q&A follow-up where I will be reading my lady's responses on her behalf. Jacob Shoemaker writes, "What do I do if my special sum pony is self-conscious?" Being self-conscious myself, I'd say show your special sum pony how much they mean to you, but don't overwhelm them. Show them on their love language. For example, my love language is task-oriented, so if someone wanted to tell me they cared about me, the more meaningful way would be to spend time with me, or do something for me that I'd appreciate or need, more so than telling me they care for me without actions to follow up. Maybe I'm more the actions speak louder than words kind of girl. So for me, that's what would work. But depending on what your special sum pony's love language is, that's the route to take. I believe this would help your special sum pony to see that you see them as more than a self-conscious being, but someone you love and appreciate. Very well spoken. I can certainly agree that each person's love language tends to be a little different from everyone else's. It's more important to focus your efforts on what your significant other would find heartfelt and genuine, rather than trying to do for them what you would want someone to do for you. Kea Vassallo writes, "I have been in some not so great relationships. Sometimes I didn't even realize it until almost too late. I feel that having been in a bad relationship helped me to recognize a good one when I finally found it. I knew what to look for as a sign of trouble, and I know that what I feel now is better than anything else in my life before. We both had some issues in our past, but we helped each other heal by being patient and caring with one another in a way neither of us had truly been shown before. Kindness, respect, and honest appreciation, and honesty in general, are all integral parts of a relationship. We feel as if we were made for one another. We can just be ourselves with no fear together. We both respect my need to continue working out my own life and self-happiness and worth before we can move on to certain points in our relationship together. We show each other patience." A great comment. Thanks. I have also been in a not-so-great relationship. My first marriage and divorce before I married Dr. Wolf, to be specific. And like you, the bad relationship helped me to recognize the good when it finally came. It was a very painful experience, but turns out it was for the best because I wasn't happy in my first marriage. And I figure I had to learn some life lessons for myself that only experience could have taught me. I have my own kind of wounds, like why did I settle, why didn't we communicate the big decisions, etc. But since then, life is so much better for me. Not perfect, but better. It would seem that I can't forget or let go of what my first marriage was like, but I can work to rise above it and learn from the past, live in the present for the future. My past will always be there in a small shoebox in the back of my mind, but I'm learning to not let it hold me back or determine my life today. Thank you for sharing your comment." And a big thanks from me as well. I can agree that looking back on our troubling and even painful memories, even in the case of relationships, are better served as a learning experience rather than viewing them as an excuse not to try again. Which actually leads rather nicely into a comment from Crown Prince. "It took a few good relationships that failed for me to be able to recognize what love was when I found it. If you want to attract a special sum pony that is a good fit for you, it helps to work on your personal issues and discover happiness on your own first. Having a partner will not change who you are. The flip side of that is, don't go into a relationship expecting to fix someone or make them happy if they are always sad. You are dating them for who they are now, not who you want or expect them to be. This is something I imagine a lot of people have difficulty with in relationships. The idea of, if I can just help my significant other to change, then we can be happy together. Far more often than not, this sort of mindset will only lead to misery, because you are basically telling yourself that you can't have a worthwhile relationship until there is a change. As we've stated before, it is important to understand that being with someone means you will see them both at their best and at their worst. And if you want to be with a person you respect and admire, then you must also be the kind of person others would respect and admire. We cannot change how others think and act, but we can change how we respond to those actions. We hope these words will encourage others to participate in the conversation. And if you have any other questions in mind, leave a comment below. My lady has actually been surprised at all the positive reception, and if there are enough requests, we may put together even more videos together in the future. Let us know. And as always, this is Dr. Wolf and Mrs. Wolf looking forward to hearing from you.